Paul just announced Trump's plan to repeal Obamacare. It's amazing President Trump campaigned on the promise that he would see to it that Obamacare was repealed and replaced. So far, all of Congress's attempts to pass a plan to repeal Obamacare have failed, and the president is noticing the plight of Americans who are left to suffer under the financial burdens imposed by his predecessor. Senator Rand Paul, of Kentucky, just revealed that Trump is getting tired of waiting for Congress and is moving to take matters into his own hands. As such, President Trump may take executive action that will allow organizations to offer more affordable insurance plans. The Kentucky senator told reporters that Trump is considering executive action to address problems with the health care system after Senator John McCain thwarted the Obamacare repeal bill last week. Some of the changes include allowing groups such as AARP, which represents retirees, to conglomerate, allowing individuals and small businesses to negotiate with health insurance providers for lower premiums in a similar manner to how trade unions negotiate with employers. Can you imagine the leverage you would get for drug prices and insurance prices if you were negotiating for 5 million people, said Paul. If you could legalize that, not only could it fix some of the problems that we are encountering in the individual market, there's 28 million people without insurance because it's too expensive. What if we forced the price down enough? In addition, Trump has the opportunity to reform Medicaid by approving state waivers, giving ways to reduce the cost of monthly premiums through allowing states to implement work requirements and drug testing. Trump has been putting pressure on Congress to follow through on their commitments after 7 years of talking. He said, if a new health care bill is not approved quickly, bailouts for insurance companies and bailouts for members of Congress will end very soon. Although some critics have claimed that the idea will hurt individual states' ability to regulate health coverage and fight fraud, Department of Health and Human Services Secretary Tom Price has consistently expressed his desire to see administrative action to change Obamacare. Talk to the families that are making $50,000 a year and have an insurance card through Obamacare, but they don't have any care because they can't afford the deductible, Price stated. This is a system that is imploding and has failed the American people. That's where the president's passion comes from. President Trump is considering using executive action to reduce the burden of Obamacare on American citizens. Will you support him if he does so? It is disappointing that Trump needs to take matters into his hands to get Americans the health care we need. Congress has been claiming they want to repeal Obamacare for the last 7 years, but when they have a chance to do so, they don't. If Congress was working as it should, the president wouldn't need to rely on executive action, a measure that, although permitted by the Founding Fathers, was surely seen as an uncomfortable power that should be used as a last resort. As President Trump does whatever is necessary to get Americans the health care they deserve, GOP members of Congress need to think long and hard on how they will work together in the future, as their recent letdown is a shame to the constituents they represent.